Hey there, everybody. For this video, we're going to be talking about a trig application problem in which we are not given a diagram, so therefore we have to create our own. So we're going to be focusing here on number 8. This is from the Day 4 worksheet if you're in my college algebra course. If the angle of elevation to an airplane viewed from a control tower at an airport is 7 degrees. So we have elevation and 7 degrees. The tower is 200 feet high, so anytime I'm given dimensions or values, that's going to be important, so I'm going to make note of that. And the pilot reports that the altitude is 5,200 feet. How far away from the control tower is the airplane? How far away from the control tower is the airplane? So first thing I need to do here is sketch out a diagram. Well, I'm going to say that this is my ground level here. Let's say we've got our control tower, and again, you don't have to be an artist for these things to look okay. So there's my control tower, yay. And then we've got an airplane flying way up in the sky. And we know a few things about both of these. First, I know that the angle of elevation, so angle of elevation always goes from a horizontal up to the object. The angle of elevation is 7 degrees. I know that the control tower is 200 feet high. And I know that the plane is flying at an altitude of 5,200 feet. So this is everything that's been given to me based on the diagram. Now within here, I can kind of see a triangle forming from the line of horizontal from the top of the control tower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up a bit and just draw strictly a right triangle based on the information that I've had. So I know that that was 7 degrees. And here's where I have to be careful. The plane altitude is 5,200 feet, but we're really going down to just where was the control tower. So the control tower is 200 feet off the ground. The plane was 5,200 feet off the ground, so the difference between those two is just 5,000 feet. And then we're trying to actually find here, let's see, how far away from the control tower is the airplane? Now this one's a little bit ambiguous because it's not really establishing the direct line or the ground distance. I'm going to go ahead and assume that we're looking for the direct line distance, but just in case I'm wrong, let's go ahead and we'll actually calculate both of these. So let's calculate x first. So that's going to be the direct line distance from the tower to the plane. So with regard to my angle that was given, I have 5,000. That's the opposite side, and I'm trying to find side x. That's my hypotenuse. So if I think opposite and hypotenuse, I'm using sine. So sine of 7 degrees equals 5,000 over x. Well, I could do some simple rearranging here and call that x equals 5,000 over sine of 7. I don't have a graphing calculator handy right now, but I do have my phone, and from my phone I do have Desmos. So I'm going to make sure I'm in degrees, and we're doing 5,000 divided by, under functions I have sine of 7, so that's going to give me 41,027 feet. What the heck, I'll put the 0.5 there. So I figured out one dimension, and for the second one we'll just do the setup. We're not actually going to go through and solve. With regard to our reference angle, side y, that's going to be our adjacent side. So if I'm using the opposite and I'm finding the adjacent, opposite and adjacent, that's going to employ tangent. So tangent of my angle, which was 7, equals the opposite of 5,000 over my adjacent, which was y. Rearrange to get y by itself. 5,000 divided by tangent 7. Go to a graphing calculator or handy dandy Desmos and calculate. As always, if you have a question, do not hesitate to come see me. Send me an email, and we will walk through these if you need more help.